Alternatives to the mainstream media can be found through conservative talk radio and the blogosphere. Many blogs feature audio and video, and here's Rick Calvert to discuss with us. Rick, you're the founder of and originator of
BlogWorld NewMediaExpo.
What was your motivation in creating this conference and expo?
Well, I was a blogger. I had a blog called The Real Ugly American, which is actually about politics. And I thought BlogWorld was just going to be my friends on the left and my friends on the right getting together and being nice to each other for a couple of days. Because, you know, they're so mean to each other on the internet. And I tried to be kind of a middleman to tell people, can't we just have a discussion, right? A respectful conversation, and we can disagree agreeably. And so I thought that's what it was going to be. But when I started doing the research, I found people like Robert Scoble and TechCrunch, and like all those people need to be at the show too. These guys invented it, and I just realized the blogosphere are really tens of thousands of different communities that normally don't get together. So here at BlogWorld, they all come together.
What does the blogosphere offer, you think, for people who can't find what they would seem to be a true depiction of life and news through the mainstream TV channels?
Well, you know, the funny thing is, both my friends, again, on the left and the right in the political spectrum, agree that they hate the mainstream media, right? And they don't believe what they say. They think their news is slanted. They think their news is biased. So what you can get online is really a transparent reporting, accounting, opinion of where people are coming from. People aren't afraid to tell you who they vote for, you know, where they stand on issues, and then tell you the details of a story. So you know what their point of view is going into it versus a reporter who's pretending to be objective. And we all know through life experiences, we might try to be fair, but we all have a point of view in life. And so it's obviously ridiculous what mainstream media tries to do to pretend that they're objective when we all know that they're not.
Now, the blogosphere
Do you want me to stay on Rick? I did one just on Rick, and then I did the second one.
Maybe let's.
You wanted a two-shot?
Yeah, let's do a two-shot.
Okay.
Okay. You're good. If that's all right, yeah? Should we'll both, we'll
Cool.
tilt and face him?
You got it.
The Young Turks started off in the blogosphere as a website and hosting on YouTube, and wound up getting close to 750,000 views as a liberal, even leftist news source, which was okay for the blogosphere.
Yep.
Now, MSNBC has hired the host of the Young Turks as one of their mainstream commentators.
Right.
What does that say about the mainstream media?
Well, I don't think anybody would consider MSNBC, you know, a mainstream, unbiased network. I mean, they obviously have a point of view as a network. And they'll have individuals, I think, sometimes that represent the other side of the argument. But, I mean, I think they may try to deny it sometimes. I think they, in general, accept, you know, that they're coming from the left. So...
Do you think their corporate shareholders recognize, see it that way?
Absolutely. Well, it's obviously a business decision for them. I mean, MSNBC's programming is obviously meant to be a counter-programming to Fox. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Anybody in business knows that that's obvious, and any casual news consumer knows that.
But if Fox went left, then MSNBC would come to the center?
No, I doubt it. But somebody else would go to the right, no doubt.
Unless the administration made it unfeasible or difficult.
Well, obviously that's a much bigger problem that we all have to worry about in new media. With things that people don't think about, with net neutrality, there's all sorts of other implications, you know, going back to the fairness doctrine. You know, obviously free media is the best media. And no matter what those opinions are, if you agree with them, disagree with them, if you think they're even vile or insulting, inflammatory, I mean, we need to have that honest, open media. That's the beautiful thing about new media. That's what has drawn people to it, is they feel like they're getting honesty, transparency, and that's what makes new media great.
What do you think about Facebook and privacy? Should people be concerned about Facebook collaborating, Google collaborating?
People should be very concerned about both Facebook and Google when it comes to privacy. I think maybe even more so Facebook, because they share private, personal details. A lot of people are very unaware of what they're doing, when they put their kids' photos on Facebook, or they talk about their job, or they talk about their personal lives, or their finances, and all sorts of things. And Facebook is in business to make money. They're a corporation. They're not here to provide some utopian new world. They're a corporation designed to make money, and I don't fault them for that. That is their job. But as a consumer, I should understand that. And that's why Facebook continually runs into problems where they'll test the waters a little bit. They'll maybe push the ethical edge of what type of privacy they can share, and people will push back, and then they'll push back. But Facebook is going to provide that data to their potential advertisers and sponsors whenever they can.
How about the government? Would they provide it to the CIA?
Well, this is the funniest thing, right? Where the government, we're all afraid 1984 was going to be Big Brother watching us. Big Brother are Google and Facebook and ourselves. We share this data of ourselves freely. We're all taking cameras, look at Justin TV, and now there's people who live stream their entire lives. And so, yeah, it's definitely something that I think we should be mindful of, and we should want to protect our privacy. But it's definitely a difficult, interesting future ahead of us.